So guys, this is like week 2 or 3. I didn't make a video the last 2 weeks because it actually was really cold and I didn't plant very much. So I have got some more plants over the weekend, and I'm going to show you what I have in the raised beds. So I have my cherry tomato, my regular tomatoes all here. They are starting to grow nicely. I said I wasn't going to do aubergines this year because I had no success last year, but I hate to fail, so I'm going to try again. I have these little tubs with some cheap beer in them to catch any slugs, but actually they've been out for the last 2 days and there's no slugs in them yet. Underneath here, you can see I have my pepper plants, but I just want to encourage them to grow on just a little bit more. So I'm actually, the slug did get in there. So I'm just going to leave them just for a couple of days and just let them come on themselves. Here is courgette. So I have 1, 2, and then I have another one put in here. Cucumbers are going to be going in here next week. And over here then is a lot of my flowers still for the bed outside. So I have dahlia over here that hasn't grown at all. That's actually a blueberry bush that's not going outside. I just need to get some acidic compost. I have my yarrows, and I have other things. The bags underneath tell me what's inside everything, but so I will have an idea when I plant things out. Over here then, these are just transplants, so lamb's ear, your cat mint, and your marigold or field marigold. So it kind of has a flower like this. So I have them all planted in here. I need to water them now, and I'm going to give them, because they're all literally were pulled away from the main plant last Saturday, so they've had only 2 or 3 days in compost. So I'm going to give them 2 to 3 weeks, get them to start sending out new roots, and then I'll also be transplanting them into the flower bed outside. You can see my figs are growing really nicely here. Koshi, come on, stop. This is my blackcurrant bush, and I have loads of flowers coming up on it. There are some flowers starting to form on my lemon, none yet on the orange, and the strawberries have started to flower as well. My poor passion fruit is still alive, but the leaves have all died off. So I'm going to give it another 2 to 3 weeks, see if any new leaves come onto it, and if not, it'll have to go. You can see my grapevine here is doing really well. It's bouncing back after sleeping for the winter, and of course the kiwi, which is like a monster plant anyway, it's going to super grow. So that's everything in here. I'm going to show you Koshi, come on. I'm going to show you here. So I got some beetroot planted up. These are a little close, but I'll be using some for, again, you can see some of these are transplant shock, or have transplant shock, because I only transplanted some of them in the other day. But I'll be using some of these leaves for salads, and also then the main beetroot. I have some onions coming up. You can see in here I have lots of onions coming up, and I have some in the back as well. Those leeks will be coming out in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to then plant carrots in there. Raspberries are growing up lovely. Rhubarb has taken off as well. So all go. Thank God we've had 4 or 5 days of heat. Let's see, what's the greenhouse now? It is now 29 degrees. Okay, so yeah, we needed the heat to start to rise up, because at night time it was still dropping down to quite a low temperature, and it just, that's not great to get anything to grow. The actual poor tomatoes actually had, some of the leaves obviously got a little bit of frostbite. And yeah, that's everything. So guys, as always, I'm hoping to be able to do these a little bit more regularly, but I just felt there was no point last week or the week before coming out to do anything. So this is kind of a blend of week 2 and maybe 3 and maybe even 4 together, just because it was too cold. I'm going to be moving out my pear tree. I'm going to be moving out the sambucol elderflower tree. They're just in here. I'm just going to keep them in here for another week or 2, and then I'm going to put them out onto the patio. I do want to actually plant them into the ground, but I'm just totally unsure where exactly yet. So I'd rather leave them in their pots until I know where I actually want to put them. But that is it. The slug traps have worked quite well, and I've been putting them out for the last 2 weeks. I've killed quite a lot of slugs. They've all had happy deaths drowning in beer. But the other day there seems to be less in these ones. So fingers crossed we've kind of eradicated the slugs that moved in during the winter. So that is it. Koshi absolutely loves the greenhouse, don't you, Koshi? Yeah? Yeah? Good boy. Good boy. Right, guys. So enjoy your week. And do, as always, please like, subscribe, share. If you have any questions, please DM me or drop me a message or leave a comment. And I'm more than happy to answer those questions for you.